Hey, hello and welcome. You're listening to the Evolvepreneur Secrets Show for entrepreneurs, and I'm your host, Brian Silverthorne. And my mission, as always, is to help entrepreneurs make the difference they want to make in their business and to help them navigate the sometimes messy worlds of startup and growth or relaunch. And today we're going to get some good insight from our guest and give you some great concepts and strategies to fast track your business. And our special guest today is Josevie Jackson. And she is a self made woman who started with nothing and became successful. Welcome to the show, Josevie.
Thank you, Brian.
Good to have you here. So let's start out by ask you where you're hanging out today.
In Arizona, in the
Oh,
Phoenix area.
oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've got friends in Scottsdale and relatives in Prescott Valley. So lots of Arizona stuff going on. So I'm going to get started here with the first question. We're going to do it in 10 minutes, starting now. So the first question is, what made you finally decide to get into this particular business?
Um, it's funny that you asked me that question. So I have wanted my entire life to be a famous author. I wrote my first book when I was in the third grade. I was 8 years old. And that book actually won a statewide contest and was published by the state of Illinois, which is where I'm originally from. And so, with that, there were a lot of perks and courses and classes. They sent me to Rockford College to take classes there. And so, I just always imagined from the time I was very little that I would grow up and be another Edgar Allan Poe or Mark Twain or some famous author. So, of course, life gets in the way sometimes,
Yeah.
oftentimes for many, many of us. And I didn't really realize that dream for a very, very long time. I started as a serial entrepreneur at age 20 because I started my family very early. And so I was married young. And I just wanted to be able, I was, raised around entrepreneurs. My grandfather was an entrepreneur. My mother was an entrepreneur. My other grandfather was an entrepreneur. So I grew up in that environment. And I think you just learn from that. So how I got fast forward to today, I actually went to a seminar that encouraged people to write their books. And as I sat in that seat, I just literally thought, I have to do this. If I don't do this now, I'm never going to be able to realize my dream. And I ended up working for the company for about 7 years. I became the VP of sales and marketing. And then less than a year later, I became the CEO. And after that, I was offered the position of buying the company, which I did just at the beginning of this year. And so it's really been an awesome journey for me because not only do I get to reach my dream, but I get to help other people achieve their dreams of being a published author. So it's just I love it.
Wow, excellent. Well, congratulations on being a
Thank you.
new business owner.
Yeah.
So, who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is authors, coaches, entrepreneurs, and speakers. So we call them ACEs. Those are our ideal clients because what we do is not just any publishing, we do entrepreneurial book publishing. So the founder of this company is the creator of entrepreneurial book publishing. I know there's many people out there, but he's the one who first started doing this. And we've had so much success with our authors. So there's not a lot of money in book sales. I know everybody looks at what the Harry Potter series and think, okay, I'm going to do that. But that's like hitting the lottery. And so with our way of publishing, what we teach people is how to use a book as a marketing tool, how to build a business around the book, how to use the book as a business card on steroids. And I know there are people who say that it doesn't work, but it does. Our clients have had tremendous success doing things this way.
Well, excellent. So, you may have answered my next question in responding to my first one, but that's okay. So, maybe you can elaborate on it. What's the problem, the main problem you solve for your clients?
So it's interesting. We don't have one main problem that we solve. What we do is we teach our authors how to be properly positioned as authors in the marketplace. And so the big question really is, what do you want your book to do for you? And so everybody is different. And our goal at Black Card Books is to help people reach their primary objective. And as long as they have the right book and we show them the exact steps that they need to take in order to plan the right book, to write the right book properly, it's not just about what we want to say as authors, but it's really about the needs, desires, and problems of our target population. We want people to see, our authors' books and go, oh my goodness, I need that. And so really, our goal as a company is to help our authors achieve their primary objectives, whatever it is that they want the book to do for them.
Excellent. Good. Well, we're going along pretty good here. We got about 5 minutes left. So when you start working with your clients, do you find that they're making mistakes, and what are those most common mistakes?
We do find that, but I would say the most common mistake for our clients, because writing a book is very personal. I think me included, we all go through a growth process. There's a journey that's involved in writing a book. And so the number one mistake is inactivity. It's just thinking, can I really do this? Who am I to write a book? What makes me think that I can be the expert in this subject matter? Or, the what do you call it? Imposter syndrome, the fear of what people are going to think. And I think those are the biggest obstacles for our clients. And so we've set up coaching to kind of help push people through that process and to help them to know and to see that if anybody else can do it, you can do it too. And it's so important. It is the number one obstacle. It's that fear. And so our program is really set up to help people to feel the fear, but to push past that fear anyway, so that they can continue to reach their goals.
Okay, yeah, that's a common situation in a lot of different businesses is getting through the fear. So you're just doing it for a specific purpose, which is excellent. So so if someone is considering reaching out to you for help, is there an action that they could take right now that would get them started? Won't solve all their problems, but get them going in the right way?
Absolutely. So on our website, which is www.blackcardbooks.com. So that's www.blackcardbooks.com. I have to say it slow because it's one black, one card, but multiple books. So if you go to our website, we actually are giving away free copies of some of our founders' books, and they're really super helpful. So our founder was Mr. Jerry Robert, who wrote The Millionaire Mindset, that's helped people all over the world achieve success. And so we give that book away for free, among other books. We have another book called Publish a Book and Grow Rich. And so if you go to our website, blackcardbooks.com/books, you can get one of those. And there's also information that you can put in. If you have questions, you can ask for help. We'll be happy to help anyone.
Excellent. That's a good way to start. So one black, one card, multiple books, blackcardbooks.com, right?
Yes.
So since all entrepreneurs have challenges along the way, which you alluded to earlier, so are there any major challenges that need to be addressed in your business?
Oh, of course. So I'll tell you, before I get into the challenges, one of the best things that we have is our team. Our team is unlike any other that I've ever experienced. And we all say the same thing. We have a team that is literally committed to not just the success of the company, but the success of our client. So with that, sometimes a challenge for me personally is self-care. And, I recently, about a month ago, just got out of the hospital because I'm a little bit of a workaholic. And that's what happens when you love what you do. You just tend to do it all the time. And so I've had to learn to scale back and to delegate more. So that's a personal problem. in our business, that theme kind of runs through. I think it starts with leadership, and so everyone is super excited. So sometimes we do experience a little bit of burnout. We have to remind ourselves to take care of ourselves, take time off, take vacations. But when you're in this type of industry, so I'm not a crackhead. Everybody knows what a crackhead is. I call myself a success head. And I feel like the team has adopted that. So we get high on other people's successes.
Excellent. That's a great way to look at it. So is there a question that maybe I should have asked that I didn't get around to asking?
I don't think so. I think you've asked just about every question. I do
Okay.
have another. If someone is not interested in downloading a free book and they just want to contact us, instead of doing blackcardbooks.com, they could also just do blackcardbooks.com/contact dash us. If they just have questions and they're not interested in downloading a book, but you might want to download one of those books. So
Okay.
blackcardbooks.com/contact dash us if you just have questions, and someone from our team will be able to answer any of your questions.
Okay. Well, sounds like a good place to end it. We got a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you. So that's perfect. So that's a wrap on another great guest episode of the Evolvepreneur Secrets Show for entrepreneurs. And just before you leave, if you like it, please give us a 5-star review and maybe share it with a couple of friends. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any future episodes, or you want to catch up on some back ones, go to evolvepreneursecrets.show. And if you're an entrepreneur and you got a great idea, let's get started on it today.